Okay, so you saw my last short, then you probably know this is probably going to be the last time that I take this bike out. It's not going anywhere this year, but it is going into putting into storage. So basically I'm going to clean up everything, wash it up, grease up everything that needs to be greased. I might break it down and do it also, but it depends on how much time I have and where my head's at. Then after that, it's just going to sit in storage for a while. And I don't got any plans for this bike, not anymore anyways. This bike's actually really good for a cross-country bike. You saw it short, you probably know that I've killed my record time with the hardtail by about 5 minutes on this bike, which is pretty expected, honestly. Hardtail's a full suspension. Hardtail's typically a lot easier to climb with. That's why I'm not really too surprised. The downhill's more fun with the hardtail, but this is still good for cross-country needs, this type of trail. It's fine. If I had an option, I think the only thing that I would do is I probably would cut the stem a little, but I've said before, this is personal preference for somebody who owns this bike, not for me. I would probably shorten the stem a little bit, get a little bit of wider bars, probably carbon fiber. FSA usually makes some really good carbon fiber bars. If not, I know Race Face makes some good, I forgot what brand they were. I think they're Turbines carbon fiber bars, which they're dope. I like them. And the match of green that matches this bike just fine. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Pretty much gonna spend all my money on my hardtail at this point, because one of the reasons I got rid of the hardtail that I had at home, Specialized, was because I needed to start saving up money to move and whatnot, just in case. Well, I do it this year or I do it next year, but I'm gonna look to get a house somewhere, you know? Gotta keep paying attention. Last time I was riding, I wasn't doing too great too. Kept messing up a lot of choices. And that's, a lot of times when I go riding, I'll warm up before I start shooting a video, because I feel like nobody deserves to hear me huffing and puffing and just making all types of poor choices. And one thing I've learned is that with biking, along with like driving also, your head's got to be in the right place. Otherwise, you're just gonna make mistake after mistake, and you could end up hurting yourself or someone around you, because today's actually been a pretty busy day. I've seen a lot of riders. Luckily, I didn't see anybody coming down here when I was going down, so might have a few minutes just to hang by myself, kind of try to warm up a bit. More than likely, there's not going to be a video next week unless I do some short or something involving a cat or something. Only because next week I'm going to a Tough Mudder, and not exactly going to go biking on the same day. I gotta do some sort of marathon and a race or whatnot, and that's gonna take all my energy. I'm probably gonna be very tired, very exhausted. It's been about 3 years since I ran a race, so kind of looking forward to that. Shows me where I'm at, like physically, and where I'm at mentally too. It's something to do just to get outside and start getting some sense of normalcy, especially because that's one of the reasons I got the vaccine, just because I wanted to get back out there, you know. Nothing wrong with that. If I had another option, I think I'd make these, I think I'd switch out these wheels and make them tubeless, because I kind of like the way the tubeless feel on the hardtail more than anything. You can run them with lower pressure and they grip the ground a lot better. These tires, they're fine for XC riding, but not that great for gripping the ground. These brakes also make a huge difference compared to the mechanical disc brakes it had before. These hydraulic disc brakes, you can stop with just a finger on both sides. So it makes it super easy to kind of keep your balance and keep your weight about you at the same time. I think something else that's worth considering would be probably bigger disc brakes on this one. I think it came with the stock 160 millimeter disc brakes, but that's fine, whatever. Not a big deal. I've never had a problem stopping, so can't really complain. Other than that, I don't think I have a whole lot to complain about this bike. It was an entry-level bike after all. $400, all that good stuff. And like, if you gotta ask, like, should you spend a lot of money to upgrade a bike like I did with this one? And like, no, honestly, I wouldn't. If I had the money to upgrade it and buy it when I first got this bike, you'd probably be looking at a San Quentin for sure, honestly. It'd be one of those 2019 models. Because like, you didn't know if like the person who's getting it is gonna enjoy riding and whatnot. Kind of start small, Like, just get your feet in the water and see if you like it. And if you do, you can kind of go from there. Also, like, another thing, if you already have a bike and you're thinking about upgrading and you think you're gonna get rid of it within a year or two because you're gonna outgrow it, ride the bike as is, you know? Don't upgrade it. Just this one's worth upgrading because this one's gonna be kept for like 5-10 years at the minimum, so it's not a big deal. But try to, you know, make the most use out of your money. Don't just spend just because you have the money. Something I definitely learned. Like, look at me, I spent a lot of money upgrading the Specialized pitch and I don't regret it at all. But what ended up happening is I outgrew the bike and I gave it away within 2 years, which is not the best use of my money, but it's, you know, I gave it away to my sister, so I can't really complain. She got a good bike. I know it's gonna stay in the family. She's got to pay me the shipping costs again because, you know, I did pay for the entire bike. So what she paid for it, honestly, the bike was a steal. But she doesn't plan to sell it. She's gonna keep it for a while. The other thing is gonna, like, see how that bike lasts is how she maintains it. You know, she's not really mechanically capable, but as long as she stays on top of it and takes it to a bike shop when she needs to, she'll be fine. The only thing that needs routine servicing pretty often is probably gonna be the fork and maybe the drivetrain. Everything else is pretty solid on the bike. No complaints here. Or I never got any complaints from myself for the bike. It's a solid bike. This was a solid bike too. This is gonna last for years and years. The hardtail, again, years and years. Ooh, about to lose some traction on that one, but held on. I wonder if I can go up there. Woo! Getting a little more courageous with these choices. Especially on a bike like this is not a full suspension. And the seat wasn't even all the way down. Just goes to show that it wasn't really my size. If your leg can't extend, then the seat's too low for you. This is fun though. I'm definitely enjoying this bike, but yeah, I don't have a hardtail and I don't want to risk this hardtail. It's not mine, so don't risk something that's not yours. The only reason I'm doing it is because I'll be the one to fix it. Like, I'm not gonna lend this bike to other people. But if I break something, I'll fix it. That's the kind of guy I am. Ooh. Ooh. Some chunk here. Ooh. This is not the line I would have chosen. Other than that, I don't really got a whole lot to say. I think I'm gonna cut this video like right here, just because I kind of want to enjoy the rest of this trail. This has been a really good bike. So, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.